Let us go. Alrighty. Got my fork, but I need my controller. Okie doke. We are live for day 121. Oh my goodness. Where today we will begin the 400s. My lord. We are so close. So close we can almost taste it. So close we can almost taste it. Oh, it's crazy. There we go. But I'm gonna have my dinner because it is approximately 5 to 6. I only got home from work an hour ago. And oh my gosh, Sophie's hello, welcome. It is good to see you, good to have you. How is everything? I hope you're well. Oh, there we go, lovely. I was gonna say something, completely forgot what it was. No, I hope all is well. Just tired, had to pop in. Fair enough, fair enough. It is so funny at work today. Literally everyone I talk to is like, it's a Thursday, but it feels like it should be Saturday because it just, for some reason, this week has just felt so long. Like Tuesday morning, everyone was like, is it Tuesday? It feels like Monday never happened. Like Monday felt like a dream, for some reason. But anyway, so I think as I think the fact that we're so close to Christmas now, you know, it's nothing like Christmas upcoming for everyone just to like turn off, brain like switch, the switch in the brain just goes, this feels like a next year kind of problem. Even though we're not even halfway through November, but such is life. Such is life in the corporate world. Which sometimes I'm like, do I like the corporate world? Not really. Remind yourself of the day daily. Most definitely. So we've had what's it, on Tuesday morning, found out that one of the dogs at my parents' house had passed away that night. So Tuesday just felt like a blur. And then I think just as a result, kind of Monday felt like a blur. And it was just,
no matter how it happens, we need
it's weird. Like, ever since, my brain's kind of like, I don't know, mellowed out. This is weird because even you know, dogs passing away is sad. But it's strange because for the it's I think the first time in my life, at least like, yeah, actually the first time in my life where a family member has passed away, you know, and dogs are family. I don't like anyone who says otherwise. and I was like, it's the first time I've genuinely felt like at it. Like my I can't remember how long it would have been, like maybe about 10 years ago. One of my grandmothers, the only grandmother that the only grandparent that I actually remember, she passed away about 10 years ago, but it wasn't particularly close with her, so I guess it didn't hit me as hard as I was expecting, I think. But this dog, this dog, it was like, he was so dumb and just so everything. So it's hit our family quite hard, but yeah. But anyway, but it's kind of like, I don't know. It's like realigned my brain in some weird ways. And it's just an awful thing to happen. And if I had a never-ending pool of money, I would find a way to make like dogs immortal. Like if I had one wish, it would be that your family pets lived as long as you did. Like that would be just everything. But anyway, enough of the sadness. Otherwise, other than the tiredness, other than the days melding together, I hope everything else is fabulous. And you and your wife are enjoying newlywed life. So today work was actually kind of chill, I must actually say, but we've had a bit of a laugh. So there's a client that we're working with at the moment. They're like a big client. Well, I say big. I actually don't know how big they are, but there's a lot of people there anyway. But we're working with this client. We've kind of like got given this project by another company. So there's basically this client there. Building, want to build an intranet, and they're doing all their stuff with Microsoft 365. They've got their IT provider helping as well, and there was a company that came in who were going to do, the IT provider would do all the technical setups, and then this other business would basically do like the user adoption and training and that sort of thing. So that company didn't, I don't actually know the full history, but it sounds like they didn't want to work with they didn't want to do the project anymore, so they kind of like fobbed it off to us. But my lord, this IT provider and I will, there'll be no identifying information in my rant. But my goodness, the level of incompetence for the last like 6 months that we've been working on this project. Like, luckily I haven't been one of the main ones. I've done a few of the, the smaller sub-projects with it, but I haven't been directly involved. But the level of incompetence that this other company has displayed is beyond comprehension. Like it's like flabbergasting how incompetent they are with setting things up. And so there's like a workflow that they've set up to sort of do some document approvals and then move it over to a published library. And so we've had that workflow shared with us, and we basically have to review and pick it apart, or review it and offer suggestions for improvement. So that was like my 15-minute thing this afternoon, but it's beyond me. It's just beyond me how these people operate. Like, I'll say them all just because you know, I'll bore everyone to tears with the technical detail, but just when you got two vendors both working on the same project, you know, just know that behind the scenes, the two vendors will be keeping the closest eye on what each other is doing. With a lot of background politics going on. Yeah, anyway. I'm Sandango. Hello, hello. Yes, I've calculated with the utmost accuracy that day 125 will be the last day. Unless I just, by some miracle of God, do like 150 fights per day, in which case it'll be day 124, but yeah, 5 more days, essentially. Which is so exciting. Oh, it's gonna be so exciting. And so this time next week will be the final day. Dawn of the final day. Oh, it'll be great. Like, I'm really excited for it. Like, really excited. It's gonna be... I still need to, like, I still need to get something ready, like, to, like, do for it. Yeah. But no, it's gonna be great. But no, anyway, how are you? How is life with the fam?
To expect.
Oh. Or to this chicken. For some reason this chicken's taking ages. Just trying to think of life updates. The only other life update, in fact, yeah, the only things that have happened this week, is one of the family dogs passing, and that's about it. We've got some birds in the ceiling space above our room. That's driving the boy absolutely mad. I just sleep peacefully throughout it, just because I've got my earplugs in, like dead to the world. But my boy's getting stressed with these like scratching sounds, like they're like dragging sticks around the ceiling space at night. Yeah, so that's our thing at our house thing at the moment, is trying to work out how to get rid of these blooming birds. Well, well, other than that, that's pretty much it. That's like literally all we got going on. Oh, yeah, no. And the only other exciting thing is my dreams, which aren't very exciting. I think last night I got woken up by the boy like kicking me like super hard. I'm like, what? What's the matter? What's going on? It's like you're flinging your legs around. Can you stop? And I'm just like, oh, sorry. Didn't even realize I was doing it. But I think it was I think I was having a dream about the eels from Mario. And I think I had to like swim through this underwater corridor, and there's all these, it's kind of like Super Mario Odyssey, where they kind of like come like launching out of the walls and stuff. So I had to swim through like a whole corridor of them. I think it might have been that dream. Probably that dream. And then I had another dream. What was it? Oh, I had a dream that like my school crush kept getting like dropped off at our house by his mum, And then I'm like, sorry, I've got a boyfriend. And I just wanted to play Magic the Gathering. That's all that was. Yeah, and that's it. No other exciting dreams. Oh my goodness. That's actually the other thing. So I was going to stream next Wednesday. So next Wednesday was going to be, next Wednesday night was going to be day 124. But I'm going to have to stream that at an early date because, oh my goodness, one of my work colleagues who's also plays the video games, he was like, oh my god, did you hear about this bar in town? There's like an esports lounge. And I'm like, sorry, squeeze me? An esports lounge? And he's like, yeah, there's like an esports lounge down. Me and my mates are gonna go in tonight. There's like, they've got a quiz night. And I'm just like, sorry, what? Esports lounge? Quiz nights? Why have I not heard about this? So I said, can you please let me know how it is? Because my goodness. So then straight away I was like to the boy, I'm like, next Wednesday, 6 o'clock, that's us. We're going to this esports lounge. It's going to be great. And there's a quiz night and we're going to enter the quiz night. We're going to win. He's like, okay. So that's going to be super exciting. Super exciting. But then, because I thought it was going to be a game, it would make sense. It was going to be a gaming quiz. But it's not. It's just like a normal 6-round quiz. With, I guess, a few gaming questions sprinkled throughout. So, which is still fine. As a pub quiz aficionado, that does not bother me at all. It will bother the boy, but it won't bother me. So now I've got to try and think of a funny gaming-related quiz team name for me and the boy. I was thinking like Geralt and Yennefer, but no, that's a bit weird. It's not even a name properly. But I was thinking like I need to think of like, do I do like a gaming couple's name or like something like, I don't know, something. Or do I do like I need to do like a gaming pun?
You cannot see the will
I know.
in my fist, can you?
The Mario and Squeegee cleaning squad or something. I don't know. So something like that. But in any case, I was like, now I know that there's an esports lounge in town and they do quiz nights on Wednesdays. Oh, fabulous. It's amazing. So, if I'm ever bored on a Wednesday, I know where to go. It's great. Anyway, so that will be me. That will be me next Wednesday night. The other two, I've got these cute, tiny little ice cream bowls. They're so cute, tiny. Then I've got my mint chocolate and my banana, which is my, I would say healthy, but there is mint chocolate ice cream in there. Healthy-ish, half healthy, because it's got banana. Dessert for this fine evening. It was funny because before meeting me, the boy had never ever been to a pub quiz in his life, like ever. Him and his family are not exactly quiz people, to put it mildly. And it was funny because when he asked me out over email, because I'm like, oh yeah, and he's like, oh, do you want to go for a drink sometime? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure thing. There's a pub quiz tonight that we're going to if you want to come. Like, we have a work team. He's like, oh okay. And so then it's funny because his friend who was kind of being like ultimate wingman for him and his partner were going to that particular night. And so I'm like, oh yeah, your mate's coming. He's like, oh cool, cool, I'll come. And then it was funny because then the office admins were part of the team as well. And then when like he rocked up, they're like, what are you doing here? And he's like, well, these guys were mates and she invited me. And they're like, oh, okay. Didn't really think anything of it. He was so nervous. I was so nervous because I'm like, oh my god, like this is the first time I've like talked to this person like properly. Like before then, we'd only ever said like, hi, how are you, to each other. And then because my younger sister was there, and she was like, who's this? Who's like, you should probably who the hell this guy that my sister's talking to. And then the office admins were like, what's going on? And then I think they probably noticed that me and him were talking quite a lot. But yeah, and then lo and behold, the next few days they see us walk around the office together and they're like, oh damn. But anyway, long story short, it's all me just going down memory lane a little bit, but so there's a regular pub quiz in the town we used to live in on Tuesdays, and I frequented it for like 12 years. Me and my family's been going for like 12 years. So it's like a thing, like it's a staple of living with us, or being a part of our family. So the poor boy had to come to quizzing, and you could tell he just, like he doesn't give himself enough credit. He's extremely intelligent, and far more intelligent than he realizes. And he was getting a hell of a lot of questions. But yeah, quizzes are not his, he wouldn't pick to go one, to go to one if he had a choice. He would never go to one. So I said, look, I'm like, right, we'll go to this esports quiz, lounge quiz, go next Wednesday, and don't worry, you only have to come that one time, you don't have to come again. And he's like, yes.
I will go all
Battle begins.
Here I come.
So I've had my chicken, had my dinner, had my dessert, now I just wash it all down with the lovely
Here I come. Get lost.
man. Beauty. Lovely. It gives me time to put my bowls away and bring out my lovely cup of tea. Ah, delightful. Oh, it's a lovely temperature. Alright, we at fight 20? We are at fight 20. Fabulous. Oh my gosh, we're making good time. I was generating some more fights today, and if not today, then definitely tomorrow. Actually, I think, is it tomorrow I'm doing the next one? I think so. We're going to be finishing some more characters, which is exciting. Just super excited.
Ninja tools are the best.
Because we finished one character so far. Naruto 6 paths. And so we're gonna be finishing some more. It's gonna be great. Ooh. Rokuru, what up? How are you? How's life? How are things? Is everything all good on your neck of the woods? He's gonna try to rizz up a grill. As in win a girl over with your charisma. I'm still learning the lingo. I've only just recently learnt what Riz was. Damn. If you need any advice, then I mean, I will probably not be of any help. But, you know, good luck. That's all I'll say. You got this. Oh, don't worry. Do not worry. The if you all you know is that girls respond well to sensitivity and soul, but at the same time can't be too sensitive, otherwise they're like, ugh, you're too mushy. So I've only ever been in one relationship, which is the relationship I'm in now. It's my one and only. He asked me out over email. So, and it worked for him. Let's just, so sometimes you just gotta do it over email. But he was cheeky about it too. He was all like, he sent me an email and he was like, oh hey, I'm just because he's like in IT, he's like, I'm just updating like the contact details on the profile service sort of thing. And I see you don't have a cell phone next to your thing. Do you know what that is? And then like 10 line breaks down in there, like empty space. He's like, actually, now this is all just a ruse. Like, do you want to go out for a drink sometime? And I was like, oh my god. Because I got in at like, it was the first one in the office the following morning, because he sent it at like 7:30 at night. First one in the office the next morning, I was like, oh my god. Oh, like, first time in my life, age 22, first time in my life that anyone had ever like expressed that kind of sentiment to me. So I was just like, this is amazing. Ran to my mum. Oh my god, mum, so I just got asked out. She's like, oh, do I know him? And I'm like, no. And she's like, oh, who is he? I'm like, oh, it's this guy I've like said hi to like twice. And she's like, oh, okay. But anyway, five and a bit years later, still going strong. I saw that over emo. Then it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. If that's the case. And I have, technically, after this fight, 564 fights to go. So my goal today is to get down to 460 as a minimum. Should be doable. Should be doable. This new person, I like, what about, oh, okay. Just trying to think, do I have any advice? What did the boy do that I was like, yeah, here's what you do. Actually, no. Because have you like, so this is like pre-first date? Is it like have you gone on any dates? Have you like talked in any kind of capacity? Because I can tell you the one thing that made me just go like, oh my god, this guy is something special. So we were like, I think we were like a week and a half in or something, and so he would drop me off home after work. And there was one day where I was just like, talk through dating app, got a number. Ooh, okay, right. Here's what you do. If she's super nervous, like I was, she will be like talking a lot, like talking heaps, and that's a sign that she's nervous in a good way. If she explains nervousness or things, what you gotta do is message her afterwards and be like, just want to say, it's alright if you were nervous. I thought it was really sweet and cute and I loved it. Cause that, boom, you've done it. You sealed the deal. Like there was about a week and a half in, he was driving me home, and I was talking to some girls in the office that day, and I'm like, hey, today's the day I'm gonna ask if I can like kiss about the lips. And I was so nervous, like so incredibly nervous. My first kiss technically would have been. And the whole car ride home, I thought I was like just being chill and like playing off all chill, but he probably knew like instantly something was like, why is she so nervous? And so I was just like, and then I was sitting there and I'm just like, and then he's like, you're right, and I'm like, and he's like, and I'm like, he's like, oh, do I ask me something? I'm like, no, I'm all good, that's okay. And I just like quickly just read and like got out of the car super quickly and like just hastily walked inside. And I walked inside, I'm like, god damn it, he thinks I'm weird, he's gonna think I'm being like awkward and stupid, and he's gonna be like, oh my god, like why couldn't she just ask me, why is she being so blah blah blah. And then so I'm like, that's it. And I'm like, because when my flatmate at the time, I'd been friends with her all through school, I'm like, that's it, I've just done ballsed it up because I was too nervous. And then of course we had a power cut at the time, so I couldn't go on I couldn't go on the computer, and because I had a prepaid on my phone and I'd run out of prepaid stuff, so I'm like, I can't message him, I can't go on Messenger, like the Wi-Fi is out, I can't do it, and I've got no data on my phone. I can't message him and be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry that I was so nervous, blah blah blah. So then I'm like sitting there, and then I ask her, I'm like, can I please just use your phone, because she had data, to like go on Messenger and just message him. And then so I went on and I saw a message from him, and I'm like, oh god, here we go, this is where he says, you know, I like you, but sorry, this isn't going to work out because I'm being so bloody awkward. And then he said, Just want to say, I could tell you were really nervous when you got into the car, but I thought it was so adorable and sweet, and it's really endearing. And just so you know, like it's okay to be nervous and all this sort of thing. I was like, oh my god, and my heart melted, and that's it. The girl seems quite confident, not sure, but she seems like a sorority girl. Beans. Okay, if she's not nervous and she's like confident, flirtatious, jokey, then still let her do the talking. Because I was yapping off the boy's head. I was talking for like 5 hours straight on our first date. I was nervous, which was why I was doing it. But, you know, just gotta listen. And as you said, you're a good listener. So let her do the yapping. And if she likes anime, just like throw in little like anime bits in there. Just throw in like little nuggets here and there. And what else? What are you doing for the date? Have you planned activities for the date yet? Or is it like a lovely dinner or a lovely lunch? I just said play till I do the talkies with them. I'll have to. You shouldn't, if you're naturally introvert, you shouldn't, the right person won't make you feel like you have to be extroverted. I think, you know, understandably on like first dates and, you know, in the courting phase, you'll, you know, try to be what you think you should be. But, you know, but you shouldn't feel like you have to be, I guess. I'm just trying to think, because basically, like, my only dating experience, and that's just with the boy, because they're the only dates we've been on. Our first date was pick me up at lunchtime, went out for a lunch. We had a nice lunch. He didn't actually like finish half of his, and I'm just like, oh god, no, he doesn't eat much. Oh goodness. But then it's just because he told me after he was just so nervous that he lost his appetite. But then we went for lunch, and then he drove us up. He drove us up this hill on the way to his parents' place, and we sat there and talked in the car for from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to about 7 o'clock in the evening. We even had a car pass us a couple of times, and then pull over and be like, are you guys alright? We're like, yeah, no, we're just chilling talking. He's like, oh, okay. Because we hadn't moved for like 4 hours. And then I took him back to my place. Not for anything saucy, but because I'm like, let's go have dinner. I'm making some chicken and broccoli and pasta. Do you want some? He's like, yeah, I guess. So I'm like, great. So then we went there, and then my flatmate had Thor Ragnarok on, and that's when I found out he was into like Thor stuff, and I'm like, ooh, okay. And I'm like, do you like ice cream? And he's like, oh yeah, I like ice cream. I'm like, alright, I like this. And then we just like hugged, and I'm like, thanks for a great day. And he's like, thanks for a great day. I'm like, I'll see you tomorrow. He's like, okay. And that was pretty much it. That was the first date. So I can't say it was particularly like action-packed or exciting, but yeah, definitely let her do the yapping, let her do the talking. In fact, actually, now that I think about it, your introversion might actually be to your benefit, because like shyness and like not like awkward, there's like awkward shyness and then there's just like shyness. That's actually kind of endearing in a way. Like shy boys are like, they're like, girls love that sort of thing. She's like, oh my god, he's like, he's not like awkward, weird shy, but he's like confident shy, and you know, he's really cute, and oh my god, he's just so cute how he's like, you know, with all that, I don't know, I was gonna say white shirt, but I'm like, shy, you know, you don't have to wear a white shirt if you're shy. But yeah, so your introversion might actually work to your benefit, because you don't want to be overly confident, because then they're like, ugh, he's just like, he thinks he's just all that, he's not even, you know, that sort of thing. So I think you'll be fine. Long story short, I think you'll be fine. Don't do like funny puns and one-liners. They don't actually work. Yeah, that's basically it. That's all I got. Just trying to think if there's anything else. Not really.
Battle begins.
Holy shit, what? She's told me she's sick feeling. Oh no. As in like she's too sick to go on the date. Okay. If she's like sick. Just trying to think. Because I was about to say like, oh, you could bring a care package around to her house, but I'm like, no, that's a bit creepy. So we wish we'd been... Oh? I think he done rizzed enough, my good dude. I think that's a sign that you done worked the riz magic already. I think she likes you. I was gonna say like, you know, like getting her address, she'll be like, oh my god, this guy's like creepy, he's already wanting to like come see where I live, but I'm like, oh no, that's like the best possible response to that one. Never mind, she won't think you're creepy at all then. I mean, do you still think after that, do you kind of like, do you feel that you kind of actually like do you want to get her address?
Singing to the beat of the killer future has been decided.
So we can do the bubble and okay, 535. Right, we're making good progress. Fabulous. Come on. Right. Give it up. Yep, and then let's finish it off with bubbles. Lovely. Alright. Okay, we're making good progress. If I keep this up, we'll be fine. Because it's something like 129 fights I need to do today. For all intents and purposes should be just under 3 hours. Maybe just around 3 hours. The rate I'm going, it might actually be closer to like 2.5. Assuming I keep the rate up. And you would, but true, actually, yeah, true. But I suppose if anything, that says she is hella interested, I don't think you've got anything to worry about on your date. But obviously then, you know, meeting up in person would be, you know, it's always nerve-wracking. You will not mess it up. You will not mess it up. Honestly, truly.
Battle begins.
Here I come. I need to keep my distance.
Anyone? True, that is. I'd say, yeah, I guess Frizzy's top 3 tips for me, who's only ever been in this one relationship, and we went super slow at the start. Like, we didn't even hold hands until like week 2. Like we went to the cinemas together on my birthday, which was actually a week after we went on our first date, and I was so terrified to like just like grab his, like put my hand on top of his on the seat. Couldn't even bring myself to do it. So nervous. And I don't think he particularly seemed to mind. I think if I had come in with like the whole stereotypical sorority girl kind of thing, that would have probably turned him off more than anything. Just trying to think. Top 3 tips. If she be talking, let her talk. And I'll say if there's any like non-negotiables, I think. Should I be yeah, interrupt her at every turn. Be like, oh my goodness. Like, I knew women talked a lot, but geez, lady, you give it even all them a run for their money. Yeah, just say that. Say that in a really sarcastic way and she'll love it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, should I be rude? Oh, that's actually a good point. In fact, so like, I'm of two minds about this all, and I'm probably actually like the worst person to give dating advice. But so like, I would say, so I'm of two minds. Like the first date, you know, you want to give your best impression forward. You know, you like, I really like this person. I want them to see, you know, see the best version of me. But at the same time, you also kind of want to like, if there's any like non-negotiables or any kind of like things that you'll kind of want to find out that would kind of be deal breakers, you kind of want to get that in early. But then you also don't want to offend the other person. Be like, so, do you want kids? Yes or no? And they're like, I've only like met you for like 10 minutes. And you're like, you're already talking about kids. Then it's like weird. Or it's like, what is your political and or religious affiliation? And then they're just like, sorry, what? So there's that. I think, you know, maybe don't bring any of that sort of stuff up. But being rude to the waiter is an interesting one, because like personally, if the boy was like, excuse me, my like soup's cold, can you please like get this back? I'll be like, this isn't gonna work out, thanks. But then I know some people that love that. They're like, oh my god, he's not afraid of saying what he wants and what he needs. It's so hard. Like this, like, so that's, it's all hard. It's all difficult, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Everyone's different. And playing a sushi date Sunday evening. Ooh. Okay, so it's a lunch date. Compliment her food choice. No matter what she gets, even if it's something like onions and tomato sauce. Just be like, good choice. Good choice. Compliment her on all her food choices. Compliment her on her outfit, but only once. Like, it's just like a throwaway line. Be like, you know, when the sales say, hey, how you doing? You're like, I'm doing well. You look great, by the way. She'll be like, oh, thanks. And that's it. Leave it there. Do not make any further compliments, because then it comes across as like, well, and then again, this is from my perspective, like, it's like a nice comment, and oh, thank you. But then if you keep going, then it's like, okay, dude, like, is that all I am to you? Just something to look nice? What about my personality, you know? So, yeah. I think we'll do one of those revolving sushi things. Ooh, okay. Alright, okay. I'm just trying to think. Could you turn something into like a friendly competition? What's a kind of friendly competition you could do with Sushi Train? Like, see how many plates you can get. But then that might get expensive.
I am going full strength.
Wait, we're doing... good question. I would say, pass. I'm not quite sure, because I am Prudy McPrudeface. And so I would say not until month 3. But I mean, oh my god. Perfect. In fact, there's actually the perfect time. Just get it like straight out in the open, just be like, right, lady. I'm not gonna like beat around the bush here. I'm just gonna get it all out right now. You look freaking smexy, and oh my god, like, can I take you back to my place like right now? Let's blow this popsicle stand and let's like just forget the sushi. I don't know, I've got rude things in my head and I'm not gonna say any of them because we are a family friendly channel. But you know, all of that stuff, there's 3 minutes, done. At least then you get straight out in the open. And if she's like all for it, then boom. If she's not, then great. Get back on that dating app. But actually, the more I think about it, problem with women is that we are so fickle, and what will be fully endearing to one will be utterly offensive to the other. So as much as I can give advice, I could be giving you the exact things that would, she'd be like, let's just be friends. Or you could be like the guy. I was watching a recent Moist Critical Penguin-zo. I can never figure out how to pronounce his YouTube channel name. But he was like, what you have to do is you have to be like a guy. So then you go to the sushi place, and then so you're like, oh hey, I'm gonna be late, and she's like, okay, no, that's all good. And you're like, oh, and, you get to the sushi place and you can't see her. You're like, oh, where are you? She's like, oh, I'm over here. And then I'm sitting next to this thing, and then just immediately text her, go like, F off, you piece of crap, bleep bleep bleep, you stupid bleep bleep bleep, how freaking dare you bleep bleep, all women are bleep bleep, and women are just all they just use. And then she'll be like, excuse me, what? And then because you would have walked in, seen her talking to the waiter, and then thought that she was already cheating on you on your first date. Do that. She will fall right into your arms if you do that. Guaranteed success. Because without even meeting her in the flesh, you're already asserting your dominance and possession over her. It's great. Gets them every time.
Never my conviction. I did it!
Oh, we are just absolutely flying through today. It is great. Ash, what up? How's it going? Not too bad. How are you? I have many, many questions to ask. You made a misstep on the convo. Oh my goodness. What have you done? Did you ask her for the address and she's like, I wasn't being serious, you know. You got your first spoiler. Oh no. hope it wasn't a big one.
Battle begins.
Saying she was, because I was like, oh, maybe get some. Okay, that can be interpreted one of two, possibly three ways. One is she said that she has to go to bed because she wants to keep talking to you. So, which is a positive. Two is she said because she's feeling sick and she's like, oh, you know, I'm sick and I'm in bed where I want to be like up and about doing stuff, which is a positive. She could be sad because, in fact, actually, now that I think about it, if she's just responded with the sad face, it will be that she's like, she will want to keep talking to you, and she's like, oh, Beans, I've got to go to bed, sort of thing. I think that's how I'm taking it. I think you're, don't do the flirting too much, I think, maybe. I think you're fine. I think you're alright. And came over. Oh. Oh. Oh goodness. Okay, Ash, I have got so many questions to ask you right now. And also, you may be able to help with Roku's dilemma. Okay, Roku, I think you're alright. I think you're good. That to me sounds like she's not sad that like she's like, oh, you know, cozy in bed, and then you're like, rather than saying, oh, you know, wouldn't it be better if I was in the bed, sort of thing, rather than coming on, because that could be like, that would probably maybe potentially do more damage, especially if she's not like, sort of thing. I think you're alright. The fact that you're like, well, I hope you're cozy, you know, must be tired, that's all good. I think you'll be okay. The Trium questioning. Okay. Just trying to think. Tomorrow, if you have the same conversation, I think tomorrow you can probably do one. You can probably throw one in. Again, don't be like too heavy-handed to be like, you know, getting cozy in bed, what, without me, sort of thing, you know. In fact, I'm even thinking, yeah, no, I think you're alright. I think you're good. Because the thing is too, it takes two to tango. If you know, they haven't said it yet. So if she was down, she would have been like, she would have put the sad face, and she would have been like, if only you were here with me, and then like you're good. But the fact that she didn't say that is, I'm not quite sure. So basically Ash, just to bring you up to speed, Roku is trying to riz, I hope I'm using that word correctly, is trying to riz up a girl. They're going for a date on Sunday, and we're trying to like discuss flirting and or courting techniques and like advice for like the first date kind of thingy. The current dilemma is they've been texting and she's been like, you know, she's been saying that she's sick, but then she's kind of like dropping like little hints here and there that she's like, you know, if you came over to my house, like you wouldn't leave, you know, I would make you stay, that sort of thing. Those are dropping like mad hints, but then also she's like, just, you know, cozy in bed because it's what, like 2 o'clock in the morning over there, so she better be in bed. And then he's all like, you know, have a good night, hope you have a really good sleep, which is good, you know, because you could say, oh, okay, hope you have a sleep, good night, but then the fact that you put like little hearts and you, you know, all that sort of thing, that's fine, that's all good. But then now, you know, we're wondering whether that was too soft and she was actually secretly wanting him to be like all a bit more flirtatious, be like, what, you going to sleep without me, sort of thing. So it's basically like, how much flirtation does he need to put on his messages before their first date on a Sunday? That's basically the dilemma at Lamo. And Ash, I have a question, because I believe, and I'm gonna, just in case I've got my orders all mixed up, have you, Ash, has something happened very recently in Naruto to an important character and everyone's a bit sad? Because I don't want to, just in case I've got my order of episodes mixed up, but I'm pretty sure if you've gotten to the Sasuke Itachi fight, yes, okay. What did you think of that whole bit? Did you cry? Yeah. Like, for the entirety of Naruto and Shippuden, up to that point, I'm like, Jiraiya's meh, don't care for him, meh, he's weird, meh. But then I'm just like, I was crying. I'm just like, oh my god, no, Jiraiya, no. Like, I was so sad. I think it's the only time I've genuinely cried in Naruto as well. But yeah. And because you're at the start of the Sasuke and Itachi fight, you are in for a hell of a ride. Right as that happens. Oh yeah. I love the music in that one. I know all the lyrics. In Japanese, I know all the lyrics. I love it. It's something about the tune. There's something about the tune I like.
Has been decided.
Yeah, no, you are in for some good times with the Sasuke and Itachi fight. Oh, it's fabulous. Oh, it's so good. And then there's gonna be a, you know, I'm not gonna say anything because it is just great. It's just so great. And then what else has happened? So you've had the Hidden Rain Village. The Hidden Rain Village, what else? Just trying to think. Oh. Lift it. Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah. So the fight lasts something like 2 or 3 episodes, 2 episodes, I think. Yeah. And there'll be a couple of payoffs as well in terms of the things that happen. Actually, in fact, there's about 4 payoffs in that fight to things that have been established earlier. So you've got there's a lot that fight reveals. It's great. Oh, it's so good. It is. It is just. It's so good. I've said that about 1,000 times, but like, it's just good. And the aftermath of that fight, you're gonna get some exposition from a character that is going to rock your world. And it's great. And yeah, and I can't say anything else. Now, one question I've got. One question. Oh, Mr. Heavy, and I was told that Karin is an Uzumaki. Ah. Can I just ask on that, who says that Kushina is an Uzumaki? Oh, sorry, not Kushina. Karin is an Uzumaki. Okay. I just wondered. So that isn't actually revealed until like the end of Shippuden. So he's told you very early. I mean, it doesn't materially mean anything until when it gets revealed. And it's not really a reveal as such, it just means that someone can do something where otherwise they wouldn't have been able to if she wasn't. That's extremely cryptic, but yeah. 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 And she, she would have, it would have been, they would have showed it like instantly, but there is a thirst level for Sasuke, like not even Sakura and Ino had. Like, Karin is just on a whole nother level when it comes to thirst. And I have just realized I need to run a 3-minute ad. So I will return in 3 minutes for those it applies to, and for the rest of us, we continue with some fights. I'm going to run the ad and I'm going to update the list because we are down to 532. Alright, okay. Yeah, no, Karin's just, yeah, she is just operating on a different level. And another question Has Sasuke had a solo fight with someone who we may not have expected to see again? That's very cryptic, and I can't for the life of me remember if it's a... Okay, good. I didn't want to say someone who we thought was dead, but yeah. That fight I love so much. Just the whole thing where he's like embedding like a sword in the ground, and like the I don't want to say science, but just like how he kind of is able to semi outsmart Deidara during that fight as well. I really like it. I love intelligent Naruto fights, I think is what I'm trying to say. Like in fights where there's, you know, a little bit of stuff going on up here. I like it. I love. And Marco Rich, hello, welcome in. Good to see you, good to have you. And also, good to play Mario Kart with you a few days ago. It was a fab time. Yeah, no, Ash is filling me all in on the goodness. And I am so excited that you're up to the Sasuke and Itachi fight. That's great. Which after that fight, and after the bit that happens after that fight, we've got, you know, need to ask what favorite characters we have again. Boom. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, I'm burping like mad. Okay. Kiva and... 58.
Battle begins. Got it. Let's go, Akamaru.
I was almost gonna head play. No. God, it. But yeah, it is kind of like it's like, oh yeah, okay, I see what's gonna happen. And it's just like there's so many moments at the end of that fight where it's like, because wasn't there a bit or something where he's like, if he could get to the water he would be fine, he would have been able to escape out. But then it's just like when they do like the last like impalement in the back or something, it's just like that fight was so good at doing, like, you've got little glimmers of hope, like when it all just all starts going south, there's like little shreds of hope that, oh my god, he might actually escape, but then it's like, nah.
Battle begins.
Here I go. Please don't resent me. This is the fate of a ninja.
This is it.
Right.
This is it. I won't let you escape.
Victor has been decided.
That's the end.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Michael Ridge, would it be fair to say, because I'm just trying to think, I'm like thinking of everything that goes on in the Sasuke and Itachi fight, would it be fair to say there's like 4 different payoffs to like things that get set up? There's a payoff to do with a particular jutsu that Sasuke can do. There's a payoff to a character that is associated with one of them. There's like a, you know, a conclusion, I guess, to an unexpected conclusion to something to do with the character. There's a payoff to... There's obviously the payoff to the conflict, I guess. But then there's also a payoff to, I guess, like what comes after the fight. There's like a payoff to seeds that get sort of sprinkled throughout, I guess. Ish. Yeah. Or does he, Ash? He could get absolutely obliterated in the first 10 seconds, and in Boruto, he's actually just a ghost. Could be. Oh, and after the fight, someone has a nice chat with someone. Someone's like laying in a bed, and someone pops around, and someone we've met before, and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna tell you a little story about now listen over here. I'm gonna tell you a story about how my life got turned upside down." Yeah. And then there are revelations and reveals in that story that kind of cemented a character as the best character.
That supports their bridge of peace. Shikigami dance.
The victor has been decided.
I think that happens directly after the fight. I could be wrong. I don't remember when that fight takes place. Oh, sorry, not the fight. When that conversation is, like, I can't remember if it's like directly after or there's like a little bit of gap in between.
Battle begins. I will go easy on you. This is going to... I will go easy on you. Got it. This is going to hurt. I will go easy on you.
Oh, it's literally only like a week until Storm Connections comes out, which is very exciting. So incredibly exciting. And it'll be like the first time, it actually will be the first time I've owned a Storm Generation Naruto game on physical copy. All the other times they've all been digital purchases. In fact, I lie a lot. Storm 2 I actually owned on the 360. Oh, I still remember buying that. In fact, I lie again. Only the Storm Revolution on the 360 I also owned. So never mind, I'm making up complete lies. And skadoosh.
Strong.
Don't underestimate.
to tell you about new theory she suspects. I mean, like, I can sort of see the resemblance. Well, I mean, they both got bright yellow hair, so it's like, I can understand how you'd be led to think that way.
Battle begins.
Oh, and Ash, do you have any more theories that have formed about any particular characters or yeah, any other theories about particular characters or particular things that are going to happen? Yeah, thanks, yeah. I mean, when you've only got two characters in the entire anime with that coloured hair, like they're the only two with that colour, it's almost like they don't even need to explicitly say it. It's almost like you just assume it at that point. Would right, Danza. Yeah, oh yeah, you'll meet Danza eventually. He's a... is he a villain? No? Yeah, you'll meet Danzo anyway. He's not in actually no, I won't say anything about Danzo. But you will meet him. There's a good fight involving him at some point. That's in the last samurai arc.
Battle begins.
There. Catch me. Go. Hidden jutsu, insect bomb. Go. 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 There. Bring it. Go. There. Go. There.
See, Ashley, that is the correct answer, because they do. They literally do. Like, everything to do with the Uchihas is just interesting. There's never anything boring to do with an Uchiha.
Decided.
You underestimate.
Battle begins.
Concentrate. If you could remake one of the squads, who would you change? Ooh. So is that like, you know, replacing a character in one of the squads with someone else? So that's a really good question. Really, really, really good question. Because I'm just trying to think. So if I look, okay, if I look at Team 8, for example, or Team Kurenai, so they all complement each other quite well. They're all like surveillance and scouting types. So that's why that team works, and I kind of wouldn't change any of them. Ino Shikacho, you leave that. You leave that. Team Guy. See, the only thing with Team Guy is that you need a ninjutsu person. There's no one there that's ninjutsu. And that's what you kind of need to really balance that team out, because it's taijutsu. It's basically, oh, but then again, that's kind of like, I guess that's a good argument for why that's a good team, is because they don't need ninjutsu. But I kind of feel that they do. And who does that leave? That's basically Sasuke on Team Guy, and they're heading with Sasuke with Guy as a sensei would not work. So what does that leave? So does it leave Team Kakashi? And who would you swap out from there? Do you know what? They suffer with Hinata. Oh. Interesting choice. Okay. Because I would swap out Naruto for Neji. I think. Is what I would swap them out for. Which I think will make that team more effective. But no, I'm curious about your swapping it for Hinata. I'm quite curious about that. What would I swap out? So I'll swap Naruto. Basically, I'll swap Naruto out of Team 7. I'm just trying to think who I'd replace him with. It'd be someone like Neji, or yeah, it'd be Neji. I'm trying to think of what a dynamic of Hinata in that team would be. Because if you think about it, you've got a bit of a love triangle in Team 7 at the moment. Sakura loves Sasuke and Naruto loves Sakura. And I suppose I'm thinking about part 1. Oh, I'm thinking about part 1. I need to start thinking about Shippuden as well. No, yeah, no, it'd still be the same. Yeah, Naruto loves Sakura and Sakura loves Sasuke. So you've got this love triangle in that team, which is a little bit of a weird dynamic, because then Naruto sort of, as a result, doesn't like Sasuke. I mean, doesn't like Sasuke anyway, but loves him, like love-hate. And just that whole dynamic doesn't work, because then Sakura's got to rein in 2 hotheads. More so, like, Naruto's just a liability in that team. Just a liability in terms of temperament. Which is why you need someone more level-headed, because then if you get someone more level-headed in that team, you've now got 3 people with their heads screwed on properly. Then again, this is talking about part 1. People with their heads screwed on properly. So the strategization and other things would be really good. Plus, if you've got a Hyuga who can disable chakra points, which is probably another, you know, good argument for Hinata, well, got someone who can disable chakra points, then that removes like conflicting chakra natures. So you've got anyone with water styles and stuff doesn't then disable the whatchamacallit, doesn't disable Sasuke's chakra natures. So, and then you just got Sakura there, you know, Neji disables them and Sakura goes in for the kill.
Bye-bye.
So with Hinata in Team 7,
The victor has been decided.
That's the matter.
oh, interesting. Okay, I can actually see that. I can see that. I like how you, yeah, you're thinking from like a, I like how you think from like a story perspective as well, whereas I'm like, what would literally be the most effective in a mission? like team synergies in combat is like the angle I'm coming from. But yeah, I didn't think from a story perspective. And then you've got the Sharingan and the Byakugan on a team. Yeah, because I suppose I'm gonna approach it from the just raw combat efficiency, and I would swap Neji out from I'll swap Neji out for that reason. Blinded. Group would comprise of those with special chakra alongside Kakashi. Ah, yeah, true. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah, because it's, Team 8's the reconnaissance and scouting. Team 9? What was this? Was it Team Guy is Team 9, isn't it? They're whatchamacallit? Like non-chakra, non-ninjutsu. Team 10 is Ino Shikacho. That's just, you know, speaks for itself. And then Team 7 is the theory, which I do believe would be the case, is as all hinged around Kakashi being the sensei, because he can help Sasuke with the Sharingan, Naruto with the Nine Tails, because Kakashi would be able to not control it as such, but be able to sort of help tame if things got out of hand. And then I guess Sakura, just because she's just in love with Sasuke. I don't know. Yeah.
Battle begins.
If Hinata was in Sakura's position, she would have told him. Oh. Yes. That is really interesting. That's actually a really interesting point. Oh my god. I can't say. That, just that last bit, and Makoichi, you'll know exactly what I mean when I say it. That last bit about Sasuke trying to leave and Hinata would have tried to stop him for Naruto. That has just reminded me of something that will happen in a fight, in a big fight coming up. And if the implications of that fight, if what happens when that moment, if the effect, the thing that gets triggered when that moment happens in that big fight coming up is the same as, you know, it gets sort of emulated or replicated if Hinata did try to stop Sasuke for Naruto, then that would be actually pretty neat and would do something to Naruto sooner. Maybe. Not quite sure. I won't say anything more. Now that... You know, Ash, I think you do have quite a convincing point. The more I think about it from a story perspective, everything it would change, wouldn't it? It means the fight between Naruto and Neji in the Chunin exam, the Neji and Hinata fight, the Chunin exams just becomes far more... You get far more emotion behind Neji beating up Hinata, and then Naruto fighting Neji, and then that then becomes almost like a what's the word? Not revenge, but almost like a retribution, vengeance, you know, that sort of thing. That makes those fights have far more emotional weight. Oh my goodness, giggly miggly. I think you might just be onto something there. In fact, actually, that would be incredible. You've got the fight with Neji and Hinata. Neji absolutely pummels her ass. She's all bit bloody and bruised. That then makes Naruto and Sasuke get affected. I mean, Sasuke probably wouldn't give two shits either way. But Naruto's like, holy hell. Like, what the actual hell? And then, which then makes Naruto and Neji's fight not only just, you know, the whole bit with Neji's backstory, kind of that kind of emotional weight behind it, but then you've also got the Naruto, like, I'm doing this for Hinata, kind of like emotional impact as well. So then when he wins, it's almost like a, I mean, that would just probably make Hinata like faint with love at that point. I mean, she does that already, but like go into a coma of love. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's actually one of those things, the more you think about it, the more like the story implications would actually be really interesting. And then what else? Oh, what else would be, if we go right back to the Mist arc, it makes the fight with Haku different on the bridge, because his whole crystal ice mirrors, this stuff, she would have been able to see right through that. Like, that would not affect her at all. Ish. Like, she'd be like, oh yeah, and I can, you know, doesn't matter if you're behind me, I can still see you. You know, unless you're in the 1 degree blind spot. Oh my goodness. So we're talking Shippuden, take on Sasori. That'd be the sticking point, wouldn't it? Because she wouldn't have the medical knowledge, would she? She'd be prepared, I guess.
Battle begins.
And then what else has Sakura done in Shippuden? I mean, because Sakura's useless anyway, so like already having whatchamacallit, Hinata in there's a like literal automatic improvement without even having to do a thing. What else does it affect? It means that she doesn't make stupid mistakes later on in the last samurai arc. What else does it mean? Yippee.
Battle begins. Over here. Take this. Over here. Over here. Over here.
Gentle fist.
Get it? Kind of sitting at
16 palms, 32 palms, 8 trigrams, 64 palms.
Good point. That's actually a good point.
The game.
Because all Sakura ever does when they go to infinity and beyond, she just punches. I mean, you know, that's about it. That's all she be doing. Which could easily be replaced. Like, you could replace her with Hinata at that point in time, and you know, nothing would change about that whole shebang.
How about this? Shatter apart! What are you aiming for?
Beauty. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it is the last arc in Shippuden, so but you'll get there eventually. Don't worry. Still got a long way to go, but you'll get there. Actually, do you have a long way to go? No, you're probably almost about halfway there. Actually, yeah, you're almost actually almost halfway there. Oh, actually, Ash, here's a question. Well, in fact, let me just confirm something first before I ask you the question. You know, when Jiraiya, rest his soul, departs from the mortal coil, you know how he wrote something in the toad's back? Has that been like revealed yet? What he's written on the back of the toad? Yeah. Or whether, I'm not sure if it gets revealed like when Tsunade sees it, or later on when it's used to solve the mystery. Oh, not yet? Okay. Okay. No, I won't say anything then. Is it? Okay. Okay. Alright, okay. So far you expect it to absorb jutsu. I've watched the series. Yeah. I think it actually, yeah, it confuses me as well. It's like the Sharingan, it can do a lot of stuff, but I can't seem to find a through line as to like, if you had to categorize that stuff as a particular thing. But then I suppose it's the same with the Sharingan. I mean, the Amaterasu, the Tsukuyomi, the other one that I'm not gonna, you know, some other things it can do. The whole copying jutsu, which I feel Sasuke could use a hell of a lot more. You know, it's just like the ocular jutsu. They can, like, the Byakugan's the only one that is like consistent with its theme, I guess. It can just see things a lot better, you know.
And you're an active.
Okay, so I'm actually just gonna see. I'm gonna find if I can find an explanation about the Rinnegan that's non-spoilery, but just gives like a super like a Wikipedia answer for what it is that's non-spoilery. I probably won't be able to, but it is reputed as the most exalted eye amongst the three great Daojutsu, the other being the Sharingan and the Byakugan. So in universe, the Rinnegan is considered the most exalted and greatest of the Byakugan, Sharingan, and Rinnegan. It is said that in times of disorder, one who wields it is sent down from the heavens. Okay, it's a bit Satsu and oh, you bloody googling! I've done the wrong bloody fight. Ugh, such a muppet. 1 second, let me just double check. I have. Yes, I have. Bliminac. Sorry. Mucho apologento. Oh my god. Oh, I'm such a nub. Sorry. I've just exited out of the game. Accidentally. Oh, gracious. Never mind. Let's try this again. Oh no, no, I don't want. Oh my goodness, it's just all going pear-shaped, doesn't it? I don't want to do a story. Don't want to do the story mode, thank you very much. There we go. That's better. Alright. Okie dokie. Let's do the actual fight I'm meant to be doing. Okay. Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna say anything about the Rinnegan. It's I'll send you the Michael, I'll send you the article that says, or the little excerpt that tells you exactly what it can do, and it's just like, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, Ash, you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. There we do. Not that one. That one.
Battle begins.
Sasuke wins. Well, you will see what happens. You will see what happens, and oh, there's so many questions to ask.
Shadow style thunder blast.
Beauty.
Decided.
Alright. Now we got Asuna and Mifune. Hang on, we've done that. Have I done this fight? No, I haven't. No, I haven't done this fight.
Battle begins.
I'm not done, but I can say that so far, especially Shippuden, the series is still tuning exams. Great, fantastic, correct answers right there. Nah, 100%. You are saying that the tuning exams is the best ever is the only correct answer. The main correct answer, at least, anyway. Who was I just playing as? Oh, definitely. Excuse me.
Battle begins. Beam of light. Opening. Turn to rust.
Lovely. Beauty.
Has been decided.
Okay, sorry. I'm reading this article, and it's just got a line that I just think is just great when taken out of context. So this character, they can transform chakra and living individuals into edibles. I love that. I'm like, do you mean, you know, do you mean mind-altering substances, or do you mean chocolate bars? What do you mean by edibles? Beauty.
How could I lose? Good.
Who's this facing? Kato and
Battle begins. Scum. Scum.
but oh yeah, no, Ash was saying. True. And you also don't know in what capacity as well. Like, attacking a village could mean anything. It could be him marching right through the front gate. It could be him using like secret assassination methods. It could be an army. It could be him by himself. It could be with animals. It could be with mind controlling all of the Jonin or all of the kids, and there's like an army of children or something. It could be in any form. So okay. Two masked and third Kage. you, lovely. Okay, after this fight with the third Raikage, I'm going to just run what should be the last ad of today, hopefully, but also go to the bathroom super quickly, because I'll be busting.
Battle begins.
Wait.
Finger spear. Come get me.
Douche. And oh my goodness, come on. Come on. Lovely. Okay. Fact, actually, I lie. Emily and Tamari. Might actually do a few more.
Battle begins.
Have one more.
Actually, there's the couple of fights after this with Mei and Kimimaro. So I might actually just finish those. I think I can hold on to the bathroom a little bit longer. I've got this. If I can last like 2 hours, if I can last holding on for 2 hours at the end of a flight, by golly, I can hold on for 5 more minutes.
Battle begins.
To watch Attack on Titan, unfortunately, with a heavy heart, I must say no. I've seen some episodes. I can't say I'm able to watch it, but am I correct in that like the last anime episodes come out? I've seen something about a finale. Like is the series actually like finished? Although random, I won't say fact, it's not really a fact. The last time I was read it at Mum and Dad's, Dad was saying that he got recommended some manga, and so he went and bought his first 3 volumes of manga that he's ever bought, and they were Attack on Titan, and I'm like, Dad, when did you ever get into anime and manga? And he's like, oh, you know, like I kept having like mates recommend us, you know, so I thought that'd sound quite like it. I'm like, Dad used to make fun of me when I watched Naruto on Cartoon Network. Like he'd always make fun of it. And I'm like, well, I guess people change. I guess, Dad, you've realised what true quality actually is. Is it a fitting conclusion to the series? Is it a satisfying conclusion? It's a better word. Is it a satisfying conclusion to the end?
Battle begins.
Ow. Lovely. And skadoosh. Lovely. If I may admit, apparently they changed, I've read somewhere that they had actually changed how it ended in the anime versus the manga. I think. I could be completely making that up. But I'm pretty sure even today, in fact, early this morning, I think I remember seeing something about that. Could be wrong though. But yeah.
Battle begins.
Oh, they said that it... oh well. Hashtag fake news, yeah. And one more skadoosh.
Has been decided. Don't call you.
They describe the because the manga thing's going a bit fast. Fair? Fair. At least with yeah, I suppose it's the advantage of anime, I guess, is that they can better control the pacing and the speed of things to what it should be, I guess. You know, with manga, it goes as fast as you as the reader reads, I guess. And for a fast reader like me, hella fast. Beauty. Okay, I'm gonna run a super quick 3-minute ad. I will return, and I will just quickly go to the bathroom. So entertain yourselves, but more importantly, stay hydrated. I will BRB. Alright, it's back.
Battle begins.
What's this conversation about? What's up? How you doing in Returnal? Oh. Doing terrible. Oh no! That's alright. I played Returnal, because, why did I play it? Oh, because I watched like someone explaining some of the lore behind it and like that it's more than just a roguelike, it's actually like the story's really cool. I'm like, oh, I better check this out. Not forgetting that it was one of those hard games. But no, it is, don't feel bad if Returnal is hard. It is relentlessly difficult. And it is very much luck of the draw. What I will say, so my tips, I'm going to give 5 tips that have helped me out. Number 1, always be running. Always be running, jumping, moving. Standing in one place will get you killed. I have a kind of theory, and it's sort of backed up by this as well. If a particular part of a game feels very polished compared to the others, it feels nice and well designed, chances are the game developers actually want you to be doing that. So for instance in Returnal, dashing and running and jumping and movement in general feels really smooth and really nice, which is like, so it's had a lot of care and thought put into it, which would therefore kind of indicate they kind of want you to be running and jumping and dashing and so on. So that's most important rule, always be running. Second rule, dashing, you can dash through bullets or bits and bobs, so always be dashing. Your dash has a fast cooldown, so you know when people do like the spray of like the blue bullets, just dash through them, like you're not gonna get hit. The only times that you can't dash through something is if it's like if it's a red coloured something, you can't dash through it, and the same if it's purple, with some exceptions. Oh, even the purples. I think it's just the reds. Could be wrong on that. But anyway, we'll trial and error anyway. You'll be able to work out which one's which. But anyway, so always be dashing through things. Secondly, your choice of gun matters. There are rubbish guns and there are good guns, but more importantly, there's also notice what the abilities on the gun are, because there are some abilities that you really gonna want to do. So I ended up using, you know, at the start, any kind of like shotgun, never used. Anything that relied on close range, don't bother. Don't even touch it, because you're just gonna have a miserable time. Because there's going to be times where you're going to want to sort of hang back and deal damage from afar. So any kind of like shotgunny stuff, just don't touch it. If you do, there's the Rotland Gobber? Rotgland Gobber? Something like that. Rotland Globber. You'll know what I mean. Look for its abilities, and if it's got like acid or like corrosive acid or poisony kind of attacks, have those, because that is really handy and that does damage over time and it's fan-frickin-tastic. That's the only time I would get the Rotgland Globber that had that sort of ability on it. Otherwise, pistols are actually pretty good. Oh, there's another one as well. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Sniper rifles, don't bother. Shotguns, don't bother. Did you know about the alt fire? Or like if you hold down left trigger, you do like the super bullet ability of whatever that gun is. That can often be quite important as well. Use that often. Because they're really OP. So that's that. Yeah, so your choice of gun matters. Later on, if you manage to get into the later biomes, there will be one called a Hollow Seeker. That is real good. It's real good. So if you like that, and the same thing with, I'm just trying to think what it is. There's another one. It's not the submachine gun, it's like another kind of rifle. They're really nice. But I guess ultimately, if you find a particular type of weapon that you like and you're actually quite, you feel comfortable with, then that will always be the best one. But stay away from shotguns and sniper rifles if you can help it. Second one, Obolites. It is very much a case of like what's going to be available in the shops, or the little vendor thingamabobs. That will always change. Have you, along your playthroughs, have you come across like an old house? Like you're in the forest and suddenly you go through a room and there's like a random like house there. Have you done that? Because that is important if you have. You have done? Okay. Did you get a little astronaut figurine at the end of it? Because if you did, and you picked up the astronaut figurine, then that's also super important. So the astronaut figurine, oh, you can't go in yet. Interesting. Ah, okay, I know why. There will be a house key somewhere in the level. It'll be in one of the side rooms, it'll be somewhere. There should be a house key, and that will let you go in. Try and do that if you can, because it's just gonna be, there's no like enemies or anything in there, it's just a little like a scene, I guess, or some like an extra bonus thing. It's kind of creepy. It's probably, the house sequences are probably the creepiest things in the game. But there's never ever any jump scares, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no jump scares. But once you've done that, you'll get a thing called an astronaut figurine, and it gets added to the possible pool of items that you can pick from. But what it does, it gives you an extra life. So when you die, you just go back, you get a full extra life again. So they are super, super important to get. And I would almost go out of your way, just pick a run, tell yourself, doesn't matter if I don't win this one, just try and get the house key and get into the house at least once. It's going to save your ass so many times. There's other collectibles that you can get from future house sequences, but nothing as important as the astronaut figurine. And then whenever you see it in shops, So randomly appear on the little sort of like virtual, like I'm just gonna call them shops. Try and save up obolites so you can buy it, because it will save your ass so many times. What else? So that's the other tip. Another one would be, just trying to think, what would be my other tips? Yeah, always be moving, dash through obstacles, choice of gun matters, try and get the astronaut figurine, and what would be my other one? It is very much a game where you pick it, it's like calculating the risk of things. So, Bull, welcome in. How are you doing? How's life? I've got something. Oh, I've got a small comment to make, Bull, as well. But yeah, it will constantly be a game of like calculating whether something's worth it at this point in time. So for me, I'm absolutely rubbish at like dodging lasers. So if there's like a small obolite thing, or like there's a chest over behind some lasers, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna bother with that chest, because the chances of me screwing up and now dying or using up, health where I don't want to is too great a risk for it. So don't feel like you have to open every chest. If you're looking at a pickup and it's like malfunction probability high, just don't bother. Like, I never bothered with high malfunction stuff, or like the corrupted silphium, where it's the malignant silphium or something. Never bothered with it, because you just get some awful malfunctions and that's it. So like, don't feel like you have to collect everything. Just focus on obolites if you can, and obviously the green silphium, and don't worry about anything else. Parasites. If you find any parasites, only pick it up if the downside of it is worth it, and generally you'll be able to quite quickly intuit what's worth it or not, and it'll be stuff like malfunctions take an extra thing to clear, or dropped obolites disappear a second faster. Like, them you can live with, and they're not actually going to affect too much, so you can get those parasites, that sort of thing. You'll eventually learn and intuit what's worth it, but don't ever feel like you have to pick up everything or open every chest or go for every collectible, because don't bother. And Bull, it is not going too bad. I have started Trails in the Sky the 3rd. I am intrigued, I am excited, I am like, what the good googly boogly's going on, but whatever it is, I am digging, I am loving it. I freaking love the battle music, I just love it. I'm like, this is so mystical. It's given me like, probably my favorite parts of the Trail series is when it goes to all like mysticism and weird magic-y demon stuff going on. And this is like, so far, this is like, it's got it all. It is only it. And I'm here for it. I'm living. I'm having the time of my life. And I'm only like a couple of hours in. Ash, give it another go. You'll be right. It takes a while to get into your groove, but think of it like, work out what works for you in terms of guns and power-ups, and just focus on that. Don't get distracted by other things, even though it's extremely hard to. Like, you'll always be tempted to sort of say, okay, for every run I've got to go through every side door and I've got to go through all of this. Like, you don't need to. Like, you do not need to. When I've unlocked the 3rd biome, where when I die I go back all the way to the 1st, I basically start again. I don't bother going through every room. I just, because you'll unlock like a teleport to take you to the later biomes. So you just go through the level until you find that teleport. Just go there and then you'll be fine. You'll get yourself back up, you know, quite quickly. But I can tell you the third biome was by far the hardest in the game, I think. Well, for me anyway. Probably the one that I spent the longest in. I must have probably reset a good 40 times, 40 to 50 times. But it's just, you just pick yourself back up, you just learn the patterns, learn the rhythm, you'll learn what will always be there, no matter what run it is. There will always be things that will be the same, and you just learn what they are and you just intuit what they is, what they be. And I have gotten to Grant Cell. I've literally just landed in Grant Cell again. Things looking a bit weird. Some things not right. Yeah, and I'm just like intrigued. I've got no idea what's going on. I'm loving the design of, there's like a guy, well, there's the guy in the mask, in the weird mask, and then there's the guy in like the man in black sort of thing. It's like the guy with like the really cool black armor sort of thing. I'm like, he looks like Luve. Is he like a reincarnated Luve or something? No idea. I don't know, and it's weird, but it's, yeah. I don't know what to make of it. But it kind of feels almost like an Avengers Endgame, in the sense that I'm guessing by the end of it we've picked up every character in those little ceiling stones, and then it's almost like a, what does it feel like? It feels like a TV show when they kind of do their like big team up episode, like the special episode where it's like not canon, but like it's like all the characters are there and it's like a weird stuff happens. Kind of feels like that a little bit. Oh, and also, actually, last tip, if you're collecting ether, that like the collectible that sort of you don't really get too much of, do not spend ether to cleanse things. Don't bother cleansing chests, cleansing corrupted whatever. Never use your ether to cleanse stuff. Only ever use your ether for, you'll come across potentially these things called like replicators or something. It's like a big machine with like a little outline of a body in it. Use it for that, because that's also another one-up life as well. And that's the only thing you should use your ether for. That's my last official tip for now. Yeah. Let's just say, Returnal took me a very, very long time. It took me about 5 months of playing and about probably at least 200 resets to do. So, yeah. And this is coming from someone who can't even get maybe like an hour into Dark Souls. Like, Souls games just, something in my brain just can't do it. So if I can do Returnal, you can do it too. If I can do Returnal, anyone can. A baby still in the womb can do Returnal if I can. movie.
Undecided.
Okay. And Shino.
Battle begins.
Oh, have we all heard? I was reading this morning. So it is official, it is confirmed 100% that Nintendo is, and some movie makers are making a live action Legend of Zelda movie. And as much as Zelda is my second most beloved game franchise, I am nervous as hell. I think I am extremely, extremely nervous about it being live action. I think, and I was almost expecting, if they were to do a film, I would almost have half imagined it to have been an animated one similar to Super Mario Brothers. Because I can't think of how they're gonna make a live action Zelda one and not have the costumes look cheesy. Well, I mean, actually no, having said that, not make Link look cheesy. You can make Ganondorf look really sick. You can make Zelda look really regal and lovely. Yeah. But I was thinking, I'm like, oh, if they were to do a live action Zelda, would they base it off one of the games, or would they do like their own story for it? Because, yeah, it'd be interesting. Because you'd almost like, if you were to make a Zelda movie, you'd almost like, your part of you would instinctively just want to base it off Ocarina of Time. But when you've got games like that where there's so many dungeons, trying to fit that into like an hour-and-a-half film would actually be tremendously difficult. You'd almost want something like Link's Awakening. Well, in fact, any Zelda game's got too many whatchamacallits. Too many dungeons. Because then you would want to do something like, do you best off like Breath of the Wild or something where there's technically only got like 4 dungeons, and you could do some pretty neat stuff visually with that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just a bit nervous for it.
Battle begins.
done 30, so it's 30 plus. I guess I've done 120 fights.
Battle begins. Here I come.
Okay, so far so good. Beauty. Lovely, lovely. Orochimaru and Kaguya. Oh my goodness, can I just like stop doing Kaguya fights? That would be fabulous. But no, alas, I must. Gonna have to do these fights at some point. Okay, but minimum goal, getting to 460. I'll be able to reach that today, which will be lovely. Yeah, lovely.
To accept.
Finished already.
Okay. And then Kaguya. Wait. Actually, now that I think about it, in fact, imagine if they did a Zelda film, but they based it off of, they just did a Majora's Mask film. I would actually full on question whether I'd actually want to go see it or not. Because it's funny, I was I was rewatching one of my all-time favorite speedruns that I love to watch. And I'll watch it over and over again. I think I must have seen it like 7 times. Is the 4 runners, 1 controller speedrun that, or co-op speedrun that they did for, I think it was Games Done Quick 2019. They had for Majora's Mask 100% run as well, and it was like the. It's one of the best speedruns I've ever seen, and super informative as well. Chickadee-foo, welcome. How you doing? Good morning. Of course, yeah, it's morning. It's almost 9 o'clock and it's still light outside. Goodness. But no, how was life? How are things? Ooh, week of work. Is it for anything special in particular? my goodness, congratulations! Oh my goodness, congratulations! Did you do anything special for your 1 year anniversary? Of course, yeah. Isn't it the your siblings as well? All like born on like the same day. Of course, you know we were twins. What am I about? I remember these things.
Battle begins.
And I have bought a nice meal. That's alright. At least then you can make sure that they're flowers that you like. You can pick, you'd be like, oh, I like these flowers the most. So then you can guarantee that you get the nicest flowers. That's right. I am the boy never forgets the anniversary because I remind him like every minute from like starting the week before leading up to it. I'll be like, oh my god, guess what it is in 2 days? And he'll be like, I know anniversary. I'm like, yeah. So if he forgets, then he really has the memory of a goldfish, but yeah. And then like the night before I'm like, guess what it is tomorrow? And I'd be excited because it won't be long till you're doing your 2nd year anniversary and then your 3rd year anniversary and then your 5-year anniversary. That'll be super special. Hey, you never know. You never know. He might be like, bam, I remembered and I got you. For 2-year anniversaries, I got you 2 presents. Flowers and chocolates. And in fact, they're flower-shaped chocolates. So there's this little Bluetooth speaker here, and it keeps making the like Bluetooth connection noise, even though no one's connecting to it. Like it makes it probably like once every hour and a half, and it's really cheesy as well. So the boy got this from his last workplace. They gave this out to all the staff as a appreciation gift for, you know, being employed by us. And it was cheesy as hell, but it's actually secretly fantastic because my computer doesn't have a speaker, and I could just plug this in to my headphone jack and it works, and now my computer has a speaker and it's so great. But it's also super cheesy as well, which I'll have to skew the name, but I'll see if I can. Oh, maybe not. So like, oh, where are we? Hang on, I'll hold it up better. 1 second. I'll hold it up better. use my other hand. So it's like, so on all the speakers, it's like part of the family since the year that they started. So he's been part of the family since that. And I'm like, that is so cheesy, because I had left, so we both used to work at this place. And so I had left before he did, so I left before they did all this, and I'm like, I wonder what they would have put on mine, because I had a colourful history there, not colourful as in criminal, but the date that they could have put on mine would have been anywhere from 2015 to 2018, even 2019. 2019? Yeah, 2019 I left. Was it? Yeah, no, it was, yeah. Chuchi. What some of us got? Like, charge bank wires. Really? Oh my goodness, really? Wow. Sometimes I'm like, so my dad for his 5-year service, was it 5 years? Pretty sure it was 5, yeah. 5-year service at his at the last place that he worked. He was like a store manager, and they had like at their big national conference that they have, you know, all the people who've, you know, hit 5 years get a little acknowledgement. He got a pen, and it wasn't even like a pen with his name on it. It was just like a pen, like an official pen. And I'm like, did like whoever was in charge of the presents for that year's conference just like forget and be like, oh shit, what have we got? And then just open up the stationery cupboard, and they're like, oh well, we seem to have a surplus of pens, let's just give them that. Like, far out. Upgrade from pizza. Oh, did you have pizza parties at did you have managers throwing pizza parties? I've never got a single oh girl. We're like 2 peas in the pod. You've been there 20 years and not a single thing. What? That's mental. That's ridiculous. You should sue them for that. No, not really, but like that's just a bit naff. It used to be 15. Wow. That's ridiculous. I remember at this place, I was, I'm actually full on thinking about writing a book about my time there. How not to do an employment is the story of me. So I started at this place on a casual contract. It was all, like, everything to do with it. Everything to do with this place was like, everything about my rubbish time there was all contractual. So I finished school, went to uni. Over the summer holidays, I got a part-time job there. Or like a 3-month, you know, summer job there. You know, it's all great, whatever. So I was technically on a casual contract. So yeah, started 2015, whatever. I'd come back in the holidays. You know, it was all good. I just text my boss, hey, no, I'm coming back. She's like, nah, sweet as. Just come to the lab Thursday in the morning. Done. So then what happened is after I finished uni, I said, well, you know, I'm not getting a job in the game industry because screw that. They're all uptight assholes. Not my language, but that was my sentiment at the time. Can I get a full-time job? So, you know, got a full-time job. Went into a full-time contract, you know, all goods. Turns out that actually I was still on a part-time contract the entire time. They just hadn't actually changed me over. So eventually that all got switched around when I moved into IT. Yeah, that was all fine. Then, you know, even when I was in IT, they didn't actually review my pay, so I was still on the starter quality team, right? So that was fun. That was great. So then, you know, it turns out I'm actually been on a casual contract the entire time. Didn't it? I actually never actually went on a full-time permanent contract because they just were rubbish and never got me on one. So yeah, no, I got paid. Like, I wasn't on a salary, I was still waged, which was great because all I had to do for my timesheet was I just fill in little blocks on a piece of paper and I just get paid for that. So actually I got paid fairly decently, it was fine. They put me on a higher rate when I wanted to resign, but then they convinced me to stay, and then they realised, oh crap, we haven't actually reviewed her pay. Oh crap, she's on a starter rate. So no, I didn't get back paid for that. I just got moved on to the higher one, which was like, ugh. So then I'm on a casual one. But then, so I was, for all intents and purposes, a permanent employee. I worked 40 hours a week, minimum. I did, you know, was doing normal jobs. So legally, I could have demanded I could have legally demanded at any point a permanent contract, because if you're a casual employee doing permanent hours for a consistent amount of time, you are a permanent employee legally by all intents and purposes. You just need the paperwork to catch up. So my boss treated me as a permanent employee, except when it came to handouts. So it was like, oh, when all the team gets fancy check shirts, oh sorry, oh no, gives them to everyone, oh sorry, no, you're only a casual, so you don't get this. And I'm like, I don't even, I mean, to be honest, to be fair, I didn't want a check shirt anyway, but it's like, okay, sure, but the contractor over there, he gets like vests and mugs and cars, and, you know, he gets everything. He's fully like decked out, but he's a contractor. But okay, that's fine. So that was like, well, so then, I wanted to do. I can't remember how exactly it started, but there was something where I wanted to go into a permanent contract. So, you know, switch over to salary. So, you know, go through that or whatever. And just trying to remember the particulars, but it was so rubbish. But basically it was, they offered me this particular contract and I said, nah, I'm good. I'll stay on, you know, because I would have been taking a pay cut if I'd gone on the salary. The way that the salary worked. Oh no, that's what it was. I wanted more on the salary, or I was basically deserved more on the salary, but he said, oh sorry, I've already budgeted for this, so you're only getting this amount. So I actually took a pay cut on the salary. But then the thing was, is I actually said, okay, no, I don't want to go on full term. I'll just, you know, stay on my part-time. Can I just get a part-time contract? And he's like, you know, I'll check with HR or whatever. It comes back and says, oh sorry, we've only just realized now that we're like hiring you like illegally, in the sense that, you know, I'm a casual on a casual contract, but I'm working permanent, so you have to accept this contract or else bye. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll sign it then. So sign the permanent one, whatever. And so then they started rolling out like service awards. So, and it was like, they were decent ones too. Like if you've been there for a year, you get $100 voucher. Been there for 2 years, $200 voucher. 3 years, $300 voucher. 5 years, whatever. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Oh my goodness. You know, I've been here since like, you know, I guess you can count back to 2015. So at that point it'll be like, yeah, 3 years. Or, you know, even like 2018 or whatever it'd be. But it's like, and I like almost lost my shit. Excuse my language, I almost lost it. Was when it came to calculating how long I'd been there for, is, let's say, you know, I changed over to my permanent contract there on August or whatever. and let's say this is September that they're doing this, I'm like, oh, okay, well, seeing as I started in, you know, November 2015 or, you know, something like that, you know, I guess when I started, came back from uni, it would have been, you know, February, actually no, it wouldn't have been, it would have been November 2017. So, you know, I'm on 2 years sort of thing. And then my boss is like, oh no, you're on 1 month because you got a new contract, your time reset. So for all intents and purposes in the system, I'd been there for a month, and I was just like,
Had enough? There's something I must do, you see.
okay, sure thing. You know, we'll just forget about the last like 3 years of stuff I did. We'll just forget about that. You know, just meh. Don't even worry about it. Coerced into signing a contract I didn't want to, because then it was only at that point they realized that they had done screwed up. You know, take a pay cut, and then now I don't even get a 3-year service award even though I'd been there doing full-time work for 3 years. Just cause y'all fucked up my contracts. And that was like it. It was at that point I'm like, well, I'm leaving. Bye. Laters. I'll take a rubbish job at a rubbish place that I don't even want to work at just to buy time to find a better one because I just want out of here. Oh my goodness, it was unfreaking believable. I could have sued, and I should have actually taken them to like employment tribunal or something. It was just ridiculous. Yeah, this particular boss, because at that point me and the boy were working the same team, so it was the boy's boss as well. Oh, it's just, this guy was just unbelievable. Anyway, so yeah, long service awards, just yeah, I've got a fab history with them. Alright. But how about your mum got... Oh dang, your mum got heaps of money for her service ones. How much she get? Like 500 quid or something? Oh dang. What the heck? And I do think she's like, it's like $4,000. I'm just gonna, like, can I just go work where your mum works? I'm just gonna just fly over there. Just gonna move over and just be like, hey. Done. I'm gonna be new. I'm gonna work across from you, whatever that looks like. I'll remote in. I'll work remotely. Okay, I'm on gonna do the last 2 fights of today, because the matchup after this has a young Kankuro and I really can't be bothered today. Used to work for G Capital, got moved to Santander. Ah, then shoot to New Day. Huh. Oh, that's a bit bollocks. Fritz hampers. Oh my goodness. I've had, for my like Christmas bonuses at this bloody rubbish place, I've had a bottle of wine. I'm like, I don't even drink wine. We've had some ham. I suppose we had Christmas hams. But then when me and the boy are both getting it, we've got like 2 giant Christmas hams. It's like, okay, we've got to give one away. I think the boy gets legs of lamb, which is a lot better. And I get $75 to spend on whatever I want. Or basically 30 quid to spend on whatever I want. 2 bottles of wine, tea, biscuit. Oh, I'm gonna reverse time. I'm gonna reverse time but keep my age so I can be able to work there, and I'm gonna go and work at that place because my goodness, those bonuses alone. I'll be like, sir, I'll do whatever you want. I'll do whatever you want. I'll clean the coffee machine daily if I can just get those bonuses. My goodness, that's amazing. Yeah, yeah, okay, 2001. Sure, I would be 5. 2001. But I'll have the body of a 27-year-old. Santander went, here's a $20 Debenhams voucher. Is that even going to get you anything at Debenhams? Would you get, then again, don't actually know how much the clothes are there. But isn't £20 would be like half a t-shirt at Debenhams, wouldn't it? I might actually just do one more fight. I'm gonna do a Neji. That is just so naff. It's just like, I don't know. It makes me despise the corporate engine, just when, you know, you work your ass off and then you get $20 Debenhams voucher and you're like, yeah, that's sure, you know, sure thing, I'll just break my back again for next year and maybe I'll get 20 or 21 quid. Goodness gracious. It's like, because the one thing about the company that the boy works for, it's just very just like, ooh, seedy, because they're like, you know, we need to really think about cost cutting, you know, and you know we've got to make a whole bunch of people redundant, and you know we've got to, you know, to save costs, and you know we've got to stop the employee appreciation days because, you know, cost saving. And then at the end of the year they're like, oh, the company stated a record profits unlike anything they've ever seen before in their history of operation. And it's just like, can we have like, I don't know, something? Can we have an employee appreciation day where we go out to like the hot pools or something? Oh, it's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, without us, y'all wouldn't be able to make a dime. It's just, oh, it just annoys me. It just annoys the ever-living hell out of me. Yeah, this place, and in fact the place I worked in after, I mean, I've got stories for days about those places. I could go on for like I could do a 24-hour stream and I would still have material by the end of it if I'm just talking about this place and the other place I worked. It's mental. Just the hypocrisy, greed, nepotism, injustice, unfairness. Just, it had it all. And I hated every second. But yeah. Oh well, c'est la vie. Right, where are we? 450. Okie dokie. But with that, unfortunately, I must depart for this fine evening. But I'll be back on tomorrow for day 122, where we're going to get down to 330. Potentially 325. Maybe. Sometime. We're gonna get there. Oh, we're getting so close. Oh, it's so exciting. But anyway, until then, thank you all. It has been fabulous. Makarich and Ash, enjoy the next few Naruto episodes. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about them. Chickadee-foo, it's fabulous to see you again. Girl, we have like all your stories, I'm like, hashtag relate. It's just like, oh my goodness, you're literally the story of my life. It's fabulous. But no, thank you all so much. It has been lovely. Keep well, keep rested, keep hydrated. Drink tea. Pro tip, get yourself a little baby ice cream bowl that like fits in the palm of your hand, and you get little cute little ice cream sundaes. It's very nice. So this is my new ice cream bowl, because it also helps me keep my serving sizes down, so I don't get fat. Not that I'm not already. Not that I am, yeah. Anyway, keep well. I'll see you lovelies later, and bye.